Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum semua. I hope you are doing well. For today's topic, I already gave you in the Google Classroom on what page you should do. Okay, if you forgot, we should be at page 62 now. Okay, your textbook. Alright, for today we will be learning a topic called multiplication by a two-digit number. Now, what does that mean? Let me show you. Let's just go straight to example. Okay, so let's look at number 1 from the textbook. How do we find this one? 3 times 20. Yes, I know that we learn the way we find the answer is usually it is like this, right? And this is totally fine. How do you do this? Well, it's simple. The 0 you times with the 3 will give you 0, right? And the 2, after that, the 2 times with the 3 again, it will give you 60, right? And that is absolutely fine. Okay saja. Okay? But I want you to look at another way, okay? 3 times 20 again. Now, it's actually the same thing if we write it back again like this. 3 times 2 times 10. Can I write like that? Yes, I can. Right? It is the same thing because 2 times 10 will give me 20. So that is okay. So now, let's do it from left. Let's multiply from left to right. What is 3 times 2 first? 3 times 2 is your multiplication table of 3 is 3, 6, right? 3 times 2 is 6. Are we done? No, we're not done, right? We still have times 10 to deal with. So you have to bring it down, times 10. Now what is 6 times 10 now? Remember the last video that I told you? Yesterday's video? It's 60. If you got 60, then that's good. It's the same thing, right? Macam cara tadi. Alright. Now, let's try another one. 7 times 50. 7 times 50, I can write it as 7 times 5, right? And who knows this one? What is it? If you wrote 10, then that's good. 7 times 5 times 10. Let's do it from left to right. What is 7 times 5 first? 7 times 5. Please remember your multiplication table of 7. It's 35. Good. Now, are we done? No, we still have times 10 to deal with. So we have to times with 10 again. And remember the yesterday's video? If you have times and then the number 10, you tambah 10 saja. So, how do we do that? We copy this number, 35, and then we add how many 0? Just 1 0, because the 10 only has 1 0. And that's it. Right? Simple, right? Now, sometimes, let's do it again, 50. Sometimes, there will be questions that maybe the workbook would like to ask you, like this. 7 times what tens? Now, your job is to find out the missing number, right? 7 times what tens? So basically what that means is, it's basically just 5 tens. Now, you know from your place value, if you still remember your place value, which I hope you should, 5 tens is also the same as 50, right? And 50, you can find it here. That is why they call it 5 tens. 5 tens, okay? So be careful of when in the question nanti, they will ask you that, okay? It's the same thing. So far so good. If you're following well, then you're doing a great job. Okay, now let me do number 3 for you. Okay, number 3 from your textbook, 3A. They ask us 7 times 30. Okay. Who remembers? 7 times 30 can change into two numbers, right? You can break it down. Yes, if you wrote here 3, good. What's the missing number there? Yes, if you wrote 10, then you are understanding it really well now. Now, let's do it from left to right. Times 7 times 3 is 21. Are we done? No, we're not. We still have times 10. So we have to bring it down. Now remember the last video, it's 21, right? Copy the 21, but since it's times 0, you're supposed to add how many 0? 1 0. That's it. Then you get the answer. So the answer for 3A is 210. So please do 3B, 3C, and 3D on your own, okay? Please. Now, but we're not done. But you should do the 3 on your own, okay? Now, number 4, please have a look at number 4. Number 4, this is when two numbers multiply with two numbers. So let me give an example from number 4. Now they ask us what is 24 times 30, right? You see the difference? Earlier it was just one number, right? 4 times 30. That is easy for us to do. Now they add a two-digit number as well. So two-digit number times with two-digit number. So how do we do this? It's actually the same thing, right? Because if we can multiply this, if we can multiply easily with this one, then we will be doing it fine. So let's do it. I want to break down the number again, okay? I love breaking down numbers. 24 I don't break down because let's just leave it for now. 30 is easy to break down, right? Who remembers what are the two numbers that I can break down 30 to? If you wrote there 3, then good, and this is 10, right? Now, let's do it from left to right. Let's times from left to right. 24 times 3, right? Now, if you have trouble doing it, you can actually use a simple way, right? Who remembers how to do this? 24 times 3. You can use this way as well. Okay? Now please, let's do it together. 4 times 3 is 12. But we just put 2 here and we bring the 1 up. Then this one, the 4 will no need to multiply. The next one we should do is 2 times 3 is 6, right? But I don't put 6 yet. I put the 6 on top first. I add it with, sorry about that. I add it with the ones. So 6 plus 1 is 7. So 72. So 24 times 3 gives me 72. Am I done? No, we're not done, right? We still have times 10. There, baru tah kita masukkan times 10. Now, if you remember from the last video, this one is easy, right? What is the answer? Should be 72 times 10 is 720. Easy. That's how we find the answer. Okay? But you can also do it this way. Suppose we have the same question again. 24 times 30. Okay. Break down the number again. 24 times. Now, tadi sini 3 kan? Now, I want you to change that. Because you can do it in another way. But if you want to do the first way tadi boleh. I'm just trying to show you the second way. if I put here 10, right? So meaning this number should be what? Should be 3, right? So it's the same thing. It's actually more, you can actually find this answer this way. Now, remember, let's do it from left to right. 24 times 10. If you remember the last video, it's supposed to be just 240, right? You just tambah 0 at the end. Times with 3, right? Now, if you remember how to do this one, it's the same thing, right? Let me erase some of this to give me space to do working, okay? Okay, let's do it together. 240 times 3. Okay. Who remembers how to do this one? It's the same thing. 0 times 3 is 0. 4 times 3 is 4, 8, 12. 12, right? 12, but we don't put 12 yet. We bring the 1 up. And lastly, we save it for the last one. 2 times 3 is 6. So 1 plus 6 is going to be 7. So 720 is the answer. It is actually the same thing as the answer, the first one, right? So that is how you're supposed to do it. Easy, right? If it's easy and you can follow along, well done. Now, I want to do number 5 with you together. I'm just going to do 5A and B, okay? And after that, I want you to do number 6 on your own. And if you've done that one, then you are done for today. Well done. So, but for now, yes, listen to me. 5A. 5A is basically just 37 times 20, right? Equals to, you're supposed to find the missing number now. Times what? They give you a box, times 10. One of the ways you can look is what is the original number. Look carefully. Okay, this is what they ask. Now, 37 times 20 is equal to 37 times what? Times 10. What do you think is the missing number here? If you know it's 20 there. If you said 2, then well done, right? Because 2 times 10 gives you 20, right? So 2 times 10 will give you 20. All right, after that, you're supposed to do it from left to right. How about 37 times 2? Apa jawapannya? You can use this way, 37 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. There. 3 times 2 is 6. So plus 6 before you pull it down. 74. 74, right? After that, you have the easiest job, times with 10. So add how many zeros saja? Yes. If you set 1 0, then you are correct. However, you can also use, if you don't like to use this way, right? Earlier, kalau kamu suka pakai, if you want to find 37 and 2, if you don't like that way, you can actually use this way, 37 times 2. You can actually break it down. Okay? Jadi apa? You can actually break it down into, this one becomes 30 plus 7 times 2. Right? Okay? So, 30 times 7, 30 plus 7 is times 2. So, you can do it one by one. 30 times 2 is 60. Plus with 7 times 2 is 14, right? If you add together, it gives you 74, which you can put here again. If you want to do it that way, pun boleh. Okay. Alright, if you got that clear, let's do the last one, which is 5B. 5B. Now, 43 times 50. And they ask us 43, sorry, let me draw you a better one, 5b. Okay, so 43 times 50, they gave us questions like this: 43 times what times 10. Sorry, no, it's the other way around. Sorry about that, class. 43 times what times 5. Okay, so you know that you're multiplying with 50, and the missing number is only the given number is only 5. So you should know by now that the number missing is 10, right? And they gave us a box there, times 5 equals to this. So 43 times 10 is 430. Times 5, you can use it this way: 430 times 5. Remember how to do this one, right? 0 times 5, 0. 3 times 5 is 15. But you don't put 15 there, you put the 1 up. 5 times, then 4 times 5 is 20. So you plus with 20, you get 21. In the end, your answer is going to be 2150. And it's that simple. If you can follow along to what I've just said, then you can do this exercise on your own, okay? So please do on your own C and D. After you're done with that one, continue on with number 6, do all of them. When you're finished with that one, give yourself a pat in the back. Well done, we are done for today. We will continue on tomorrow answering the workbook, okay? So I want you to do it now. Please understand. If you don't understand, you can actually send me a message in Google Classroom or through your parents. Okay, thank you. Have a good day, class.